welcome to the General's Gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Command & Conquer 0 Hour. We are, of course, the General's Gentlemen. I am the Machine.
And I am Archon Hawk.
Archon Hawk.
And we are excited to be commentating to video games today. Our players will be Wildhide as our GLA Toxin.
And Pheonix will be the USA Super Weapon General. So I'm not quite sure if Wildhide is a Smurf or not. I can't remember. But either way, we'll run with Wildhide for now. And Tournament Deserts, of course, this place. And we've got 2 supplies. So with USA, you always got to check. How many Chinooks do they have? Well, actually going for a dozer drop, it would seem. So
Definitely looks that way, Machine.
Will they go for tunnels or will he go for supply harassment? Either.
I think the ideal way to go here is to go for... I really enjoy either the arms dealer harass or this harass. And that's because the supply and tunnel harass. And the reason behind Pheonix going for the right-hand side is...
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, nicely played. It takes time for the workers to walk over and get the supply down, then the next worker to walk up and get the tunnel. One worker goes down.
There's a terrorist coming, but it's going to be quite delayed. As you said, if he went for this one, he would have had it already completed. So going for the further away supply and tunnel is definitely a benefit. Looks like he's going to lose this dozer, though. I do like seeing players actually picking up the dozer and returning with it, but he is certainly delaying the supply. It's still only one supply.
Yeah, it is, exactly.
And
yeah, that's all right. Obviously, it takes a bit of micro to keep the thing alive. So, yeah, in that situation, you lose 1 Chinook worth of mining time relative to a whole supply worth of mining time. So, definitely a nice trade there for Pheonix. Well microed.
It's going to delay the tech terrors as well. We see there's a technical here. Got to be very careful in this situation because it is a GLA Toxin. So, it only takes 3 terrorists to take out both the factory and the supply. So defending this is going to be very important here. I do like how there's a Humvee preemptively on the right flank because that's the most direct way of reaching this, and it will be a completely intercepted tech RPG on a tunnel as well. Worker for the tunnel, I mean.
Very nicely microed by Pheonix again, cutting away from those RPGs, ensuring he doesn't lose a single V, and go for the ambulance as well. It's a weird wall off. Okay, so another technical here.
Nice.
Okay, power is an excellent choice here. The reasoning behind that, obviously there's only one dozer, assuming a pretty standard build here from Pheonix, and Pheonix has seen the 1 dozer. So it's going to force the dozer to at least move out or build a power plant somewhere else. So it is a solid decision for Wildhide to go for that one.
This is the entire base of Pheonix right now.
Exactly.
Within a single square, apart from, of course, this supply on the left side. So we do have a fair bit of technicals coming out, and tunnel on the left side being attempted to build. Looks like it won't actually finish though, but there is, however, a secondary tunnel near the old derrick. The right-hand side, however, is completely empty of tunnels, so this is going to really help Pheonix defend his right side. Maybe we'll see him get a fire base though, but moving his dozer out is just too risky at this stage.
Certainly is. Need more vision, need to stay safe. Can't lose the dozer, especially when we've got so many more important buildings to throw down. It's a fairly decent army from Pheonix. There are a few Vs there. The potential to force their way through a Toxin tunnel. But you've always got to be careful of any pops that can come out. You just don't know what Wildhide might have in his back pocket.
I love the single missile defender because that can laser lock down a technical that's driving past. As long as he reacts fast, as the tow missiles as well.
Few Rangers coming out. Makes
me
Patriot.
Oh, it's EMP Patriot.
Okay, yeah, EMP Patriot.
I was gonna say, is this the first Patriot we've ever seen in the history of casting 0 Hour ever? And I was like, oh wait, no, it's a EMP Patriot,
which are cool and fun, and very effective at shutting down that technical harassment from the right hand side. Decent sized technical army getting thrown down here by Wildhide. Patriot's gonna finish. We'll see what this technical army ends up doing.
This is open terrain here, so the Humvees should do pretty well in kiting. Oh, no power, whoops. Getting the upgrade now, I can imagine.
We'll need to be going for that one. We also saw some Rangers online for Pheonix. I think I was just mentioning that before, so expect flashbangs to be coming out.
Well, those were just the 2 that came from the power plant.
Just 2.
They weren't actually built.
I did forget about the power plant going down. Thank you for reminding me, Machine.
It's pretty OP though. That not only do USA buildings self-repair, they also spawn Rangers. Ooh, almost loses that Humvee, but keeps it alive. Though he should back us off though, because the RPG... Oh, no, loses 1 Humvee there. Still, 1 Humvee for 2 tunnels, not bad.
Fairly decent trade. Hopefully we'll be able to limp these ones out. No repair
Oh,
drone.
no, that back Humvee got caught by the slowed down, wounded Humvee. Losing that second Humvee shouldn't have happened, and I think there were actually some missile defenders inside of that one too. And this right tunnel complete, this is very important. However, harassing the supply isn't really an option, at least not with quads, which is what you would normally see for some easy harassment on those Chinooks. But the oil is definitely up for contention. And it's been capped.
The rolling tunnel networks here by Wildheart are a really nice way to keep the Humvee army at bay, and they might be caught off here, cut off.
Well, they're single file formation on the technicals. Tunnel gets denied, and the EMP Patriot comes through. There goes one of them. The old Jericho will be captured for now. Nice split with the EMP. Disables 2 more technicals.
Beautiful play. Wildheart was not expecting that. Drives the Humvee, the technical army in, thinks he's found a nice angle to go from, and he has certainly not found that. The EMP Patriot in an excellent position.
Toxin Rebel looking for the clear on that little bunker there, and this all Derek's being capped up as well by Wildhide. No third supply yet. Actually, this is a Rebel bike. Maybe looking for a cap?
Potentially.
But there's already a Rebel here. I wonder why he went for that Rebel bike. They don't fire Toxin.
Couldn't give you an answer, Machine. No, they fire regular machine gun. And we didn't even see the Toxin Rebel clear out the garrison, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. Maybe it was just a misclick.
Potentially. And these Toxin tunnels are hard to take out head on.
Oh.
2 Vs go down.
He's not even done yet either. Oh, what?
3 Vs and the tunnel network is still alive.
Oh, search and just, oh, wow.
Big misplay.
Not very well timed at all. If he went in with a search and destroy active, waited about 5 seconds, then he should have been able to get away without losing any Humvees. And Wildhide's getting a fair bit of these forward tunnels up now. Look, 3 tunnels in the middle here. I also love the fact they're diagonal. I think that's brilliant.
The ideal placement allows pops from different tunnel networks. Say the front one's being sieged, you can pop from the second, you can pop from the third. Also provides support for any siege that's coming out. So if Pheonix just goes directly for the first tunnel, the second tunnel is probably going to be in range to do a bit of work on the Vs.
It also means regardless of what angle the tunnels are attacked from, there's always going to be a rear tunnel.
Yeah.
Where if he was attacked, if they were vertical and he attacks from the side, then you don't have any safe tunnels to pop from in the back. We actually have a Colonel Burton now, so I do love to see that. There is the palace as well. Like this. This isn't as great. At the same time, though, what it does... Wow, okay.
Wow.
Never mind. I was going to say, it does give you better damage in a front-up fight, but tunnels, it's more about having that rear line for pops, but he does. He has 2 lines of tunnels.
Yeah.
So, wow.
And a demo trap in the middle just for safety's sake.
See, this is how you should build tunnel networks.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
And this is how you stop Humvee aggression as well. Normally at this point in the game, you have the Vs... They find an individual tunnel network on a side, they kill that tunnel network, and then they have a bit of freedom to go for some harassment inside the base of the GLA player. In this situation, okay, you killed my first 2 tunnels, how about another 3 tunnels after that? Can you force your way through those? I don't think so.
However, we are going to have really OP 1.4 Alpha Auroras. And yeah, those are pretty crazy. However, I don't like this airfield placement though. It's very open and exposed. And when you have Auroras, which are so expensive, you'd really want to have your airfield more back. And he doesn't really have any room for it though, but perhaps the airfield should be where the CC is, and the CC should be more center. Because the CC is so durable that you're not going to lose the CC to a tech terror. Or just a run by.
At least not a cost-efficient tech terror.
Yeah.
Even more aggression. Yeah, Technos are going to go for the dozer. The CC is up, so this isn't going to be a big problem, but it might be a slight delay.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
$1,000 and of course the time. So out in the open again, the search and destroy Humvees are going to have a great time, but it's still pretty good harassment, and technicals aren't expensive.
Take it out.
Trying to focus it now. Oh, he finishes the airfield though.
Yeah.
The dozers, they do have a pretty good resistance to bullets, so you really want to have explosives of some kind, RPGs, tanks. As far as technicals and quads, it's really not fantastic. But yeah, the dozer actually survives.
That would have actually been great for Wildhide had he been able to deny the dozer that was building the airfield, because it just delays any production of, I guess, what we assume are going to be Auroras coming out. There are the flashbangs as well to clear out what I think was of a very full garrison as well. I'm pretty sure I saw about 8 RPGs going inside it, and Burton snuck through as well.
Actually, there's a big gap of tunnels here, so Burton certainly can sneak through and start using those demo charges. Technical's not going to work in this situation. We need to see some Palace Tech come out. And Alpha Aurora looking for a nice bomb. Gets 2 technicals and 3 of them, in fact, with the second bomb. Is there a name for that second bomb?
It's like a secondary explosion in the same way like the fuel air bomb.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what the actual name for it is, but it's... Yeah, any kind of device that has a primary explosion, which is followed up by a secondary one in the same way. I guess the fuel air bomb doesn't really have a projectile that drops because it just drops all the fuel over the place and then explodes. But yeah, long distance mining, not great under RPG fire, and that was a...
Yeah, can't hit moving targets. He actually blew up his own CC. Oh, Tech Terror on the Strat Center. Great stuff. They're coming out of... it was Wildhide, of course. I wonder if we'll see more Patriots, because now that we have a supply drop zone, now that we have a airfield with 2 Alpha Aurora, these are really expensive, and you want to make sure you can keep those alive. And having another EMP Patriot on the middle and the left side, it wouldn't be a big investment, but it would make a big difference. And normally, building base defenses is hard to justify, but at Super Weapon General, in this late game situation, it definitely makes sense. So we do have a lot of buggies here, but the Alpha Auroras are really, really good at killing buggies. Slowly whittling away these tunnels. Wildhide doesn't actually have any middle supplies, but getting a lot of black markets.
Yeah, so this is a nice time to invest for Wildhide. He knows he can still buy a bit more time with these tunnel networks until the Alpha Auroras really start taking out his units. So investing in the late game economy now could turn out to be a good choice as long as he doesn't fall too far behind in army supply. And fantastic choice going for the oil derrick.
Loses 1 Alpha Aurora. See, that's exactly what Pheonix has to be careful of. Wildhide's playing this very well, I think. And the thing is with the Alpha Auroras is you can't just dive into the black markets, because on the flight backwards, a quad pop or just RPGs will take those Alpha Auroras out. So you really have to kill the defenses in the front, or just the units in the front, before you can make those aggressive plays. The tunnel, though, a pretty safe target, but definitely worth doing. We'll need to have something else to actually take that one down.
Really active micro here from Wildhide. If he extends out the buggies, make sure he pulls them immediately back again, because he knows there is an Alpha Aurora probably on the way. To go for a strike, and now pushes them out on the other side, and a Jarman going to be there as well. Here comes a Spectre.
You're going for the Palace. The Burton's been there for a very long time.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that Burton, because I always
been very
forget.
active.
And Jarman on the left, exactly, so... And the A10's coming now as well, but it's actually going to be repaired. Doesn't even get it down.
No, it doesn't. Not with. I'm assuming that Pheonix wasn't predicting the barricades being up and ready to go.
Going for that Palace is so important because it delays black market production. So we actually have a fair few Avengers mixed in for those against the buggies, and that is a really forward supply drop zone. I thought that was a fire base.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he wouldn't build it more defense. I'm sure he has a reason, and I'm sure he'll tell us, but I don't really see the advantage of having it that far forward. He's just gonna lose it. Whereas, you know, here it's more safety.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about Demo Rebel ambush. It's a Toxin GLA.
Oh, uh-oh, these buggies could be in some serious trouble, Machine.
He has to aim this, predict it well with the buggy attack ground. Oh, not bad. It gets one of them.
Yeah.
But loses the Alpha Aurora to a quad.
Bad trade.
Great positioning there, though, by Wildhide. I really just think that Wildhide is playing an excellent game.
He certainly is, yeah. Quad positioning, awesome. I was going to say, I would like to see a Stinger sight somewhere in the middle of the map, so it can catch the Alpha Aurora on retreat when it's flying back with the reduced speed. But quads work as well. Quads are fantastic, and we did see that one shoot down the Alpha Aurora. And another Tech Terror up and ready to go. Constant Tech Terror harassment. The one nice point for Pheonix, he's finally... another one, wow!
Did he not give an attack command? Because it got taken out very quickly. Humvee's going to be engaging the buggies. One Avenger gets sniped, but pretty good damage so far. These Humvees are Vet City right now. Burton opens up. I don't think he actually finds one, though. Tech Terror couldn't quite live to see its prime. Does get denied in the process.
Yeah, buggies are trying to take out the Avenger, but they're getting demolished by the Vs.
Not a good trade here for Wildhide. He's lost pretty much his entire buggy army, and these Humvees are going to have a scary amount of veterancy on those missile defenders. Alpha Aurora comes through as well.
Whoa!
worker goes to the moon, but I do hear a Jarman opening up on one of those buggies.
Yeah, Jarman certainly covering that one well. Tunnel Network takes out another V here. Remember, the ambulance was sniped down by the buggies in their final last-ditch attempt. So there's only 2 Vs left now.
What happened to Burton? Did he get sniped by the Jarman?
I'm not sure where I think he might have been sniped by the Jarman, you know what.
Yeah,
Jarman
can't see him.
his own turn goes down. Probably courtesy of a scan. Taking out the late game economy is crucial here for Pheonix. He has to start chipping away at these black
Evac
markets.
is Humvee. Oh, maybe was it empty? But either way here, gets one black market down. The supplies is still mining. So more Humvees are on the way. These Alpha Auroras haven't really paid off yet, have they?
They haven't come back in, and I'm not sure why. There are no tunnel networks on the retreat path. Maybe he's still scared of the quad. There are none left. Okay,
they all died.
They all went down.
Remember, 2 of them got taken out earlier. I love the Humvee that's actually moving behind the building to prevent the buggy from having its full range. But missile defenders, that's scary. Missile defenders. He's going to need to get a Jarman out.
Yeah, and this push, not only is it damaging Wildhide's economy, and calls in the Spectre as well to follow this one up. Needs to focus down the quad.
Yeah, he's not retargeting it. Kills it so quickly.
Yeah.
And the buggies are just driving right in. Oh, he crushes them?
Crushes.
What?
Yep.
Not microing this is Pheonix. He's doesn't even kill the palace either. Oh, man. So, another disclaimer here. Gentlemen and gentlemen, do not guarantee that your buggies will be able to kill 4 heroic missile defenders.
No, we
cannot be held accountable if your buggies get taken out.
Please don't try and 1v1 missile defenders with your buggies. It is, however, working in this case in the favor of Pheonix. 4 more Vs pushing their way through the middle. Pheonix, with the destruction of that forward line of tunnel networks, is having a mad time running around.
Jarman's revealed. There's a spy drone online here. There's actually the call-in spy drone rather than the Humvee spy drone.
The snipe.
Trying to focus him down. Oh, is he? I think he's alive still. He's limping.
Yeah. He can get to a tunnel network.
Yeah, not quite finishing him off there in time. And we have another A10. There's 2 A10s now, and actually goes for the quad, not for the building. So, yeah, but it looks like there's no more production. There is a battle bus, however. Killing the arms dealer would be absolutely crucial. That is the only arms dealer there. There's a barracks, but that's really it. Jarman's still alive. Sniping down all his missile defenders. He gets taken out, though. Was there a Pathfinder inside the Humvee?
I'm not sure. It might have just been the Humvees focusing him down. Potentially. They have a fair bit of damage output even just with the machine guns here. The arms dealer is going to go down. All of these black markets as well. Pheonix has taken complete control over this game. And look at the middle as well. Pheonix has been mining that out with Chinooks the entire time.
No countermeasures on these Auroras. So once again, he loses an Aurora without really doing that much.
Tunnel networks being outranged here. RPGs are going to come in and take out at least one of those. We need to see the missile defenders maybe potentially recrew one of the Vs.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea, actually. Because otherwise, we're going to see them be recrewed with workers.
Yeah.
And there's 3 Humvees here.
Yeah, up and ready to go. Jarman has been doing work and is probably going to be rebuilt very soon. So these missile defenders need to get out of the open.
Isn't the palace down,
the palace is down, but... no, it was an arms dealer being rebuilt. I thought it might have been a palace up the top right, but it was actually an arms dealer being rebuilt here.
Even just a single Toxin Rebel would kill all of these instantly, so...
Looks like something on the top right here. Is that a...
Oh, what?
Well, okay. Just 2 RPGs. Not exactly the biggest army push here from Wildhide.
There's only 2 supply drop zones, though, so Pheonix is still going to be really behind as far as the income is concerned. But definitely should get these Humvees.
Yeah. Using the worker to kind of delay the destruction of the black markets is nice. Here comes the technical.
Another Humvee here. Getting those vetted missile defenders in those Vs would have been excellent, but loses both of them to a crush. Spectre just killing more of these black markets, and GG's.
Yeah.
I think the important thing there was the arms dealer was delayed long enough that, despite Wildhide having a pretty good economy, he just couldn't produce enough units to hold his base. So that was actually a really close game, and Wildhide played that so well, but I think he ultimately just lost because he traded 7 or 8 buggies against a bunch of Humvees out in the open.
He did, and that was a mistake. The other mistake that he made was there was a classic example of overinvestment in late game economy. That was a big thing, and we mentioned that when the first 2 black markets went up. It's just like, okay, that's fine as long as you notice that all your tunnels are getting sniped down. The V's are gonna have a clear path into your base. As long as you realize that, you should be okay. And Wildhide, he didn't have enough buggies, or I feel like he needed maybe a front line, even 10 quads, 10 quads or a battle bus would have helped in that engagement. Just anything, a front line for the buggies. Instead, the buggies are trying to engage close to search and destroy rock bees, which is a difficult engagement at the best of times. But if there are a heap of quads in the front line, even a 5 quads, and the quads are kiting, it means the rock bees can't just run straight at the buggies, because they're going to run into quads and they're going to die in that situation. They want to find range against the quads, which leaves them vulnerable to the rocket buggies. But only having the rocket buggies is not enough in that situation. So Wildhide, he played an awesome game. Quads in good positions. Those tunnel networks just shut Pheonix down in terms of early aggression. And then it's just overinvestment, late game economy, not having enough to deal with that the V army coming out from Pheonix after he crushed the central tunnel networks.
But Pheonix actually had more supplies.
That was because of the Chinook mining. He was constantly Chinook mining the middle once he got into the base.
Okay.
I didn't mention that,
Right.
but Pheonix had 4 Chinooks just running into the middle,
Right,
because
nice.
Wildhide lost his hold over the central garrisons. He lost control over all of those supplies. So you'll actually find, up until where Pheonix broke in, Wildhide would have had a very decent supply advantage.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I think also the Avengers were there as well, and they did a fair bit. They soaked up a full volley from all the buggies, so it meant that the Humvees didn't get sniped down. So having the Avengers mixed in certainly helped. But either way, well played by Pheonix. He recognized he had to push out, and he did. And he obviously takes the win here. So that'll wrap us up for now. So thank you for watching. And as always, if you want to support us on Patreon, you can do so, and it will help us maintain our 1 video per day production schedule, since we are now posting videos full time. So that would be appreciated. And stay tuned for the next episode of Generals Gentlemen 0 Hour, or whatever other RTS game you're into.
Yeah. Fantastic. Thanks, guys.